I just ran to go grab my fan because I forgot I didn't have it. I'm out of breath. Anyway, welcome to the cup.
France.
Bienvenue à la cup.
Bienvenue à la tasse.
Very
Voila. That's the most French again, aren't we, this season?
The currently unnamed podcast where we put the tea in reality and we are the first to quench your thirst. I'm adding it in. It's cute. I like it. I'm Logan Murphy, just a gay, as always. Feeling extra gay, even though it is no longer Pride Month. I'm currently drinking a Pride Edition kombucha.
Ooh.
From one of my favorite brands. This is Brew Doctor. Highly recommend. Very, very cute. This is Love Wins, which was still stocked at my local Whole Foods 2 weeks after Pride. So I'm hoping they still have some the next time I go.
Kombucha
Anyway.
is like better with age. Is it one of those?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it really depends on what's in it. Speaking of what's in it, this one is lavender, chamomile, and jasmine green tea.
Ooh.
It's really good. Like,
Okay.
if y'all can find it anywhere that sells kombucha, go buy it because it's really good.
Okay, period. And there it is. Today I just have Kirkland's signature natural spring water. Because Costco's a thing. I am Sam DMV, also known as Sam Del Monteverde, also known as Anissa Long, your fellow family trans non-binary Filipino Canadian hot mess hailing all the way from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And I'm tired.
Same.
And as the great lady once famously said, "Hi guys, Eris Envy."
Yes, work La Diva.
You're a punk rock hairy fairy all the way from York. Currently recovering from a high kick pirouette dip accident. Wow!
Yeah.
My back really hurts.
Oh, bestie. Speaking of backs hurting, France.
And I know Soa de Muse's back is hurting from carrying this season.
Carrying this season.
Carrying.
Let's talk about episode 4 of Drag Race France, where I'm just going to be honest, I will probably mostly be talking about Bilal Hassani.
The what?
Bilal Hassani.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
The icon, legend, and star that is Bilal Hassani. This was an episode that I think I like, but I honestly don't know.
In terms of entertainment, I loved it. I think it is my favorite episode of the bunch so far. In terms of results, we'll talk about it.
It is giving an episode of television
We sure
that
will.
I watched and enjoyed.
Same.
That I watched,
Same.
and enjoyed.
Same.
Same.
There you go.
Well, I'm back. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, Mike, trying to run multiple things on my computer does not work apparently, and it's frustrating. Speaking of frustrating, La Brioche's gone. I
Okay,
did love that
Madam
her...
McQueer. Oh. I just want to take a moment at the time of filming. Actually, I believe it was a couple of days ago now, but happy birthday, Kam Hugh. It's Kam Hugh's something birthday. Happy birthday, Kam. On the date the episode aired.
Oh no! Not that.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
No.
23rd, 24th. 23rd?
23rd, I believe, actually. So I
Okay.
think she's the same age as me. I can't believe the Grande Dame is the same age as me as well, because the Grande Dame looks like a
My
distinguished
age.
gentleman in his mid-20s.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I mentioned this before, but I low-key out of I could not tell the difference between Paloma and Grande Dame.
Oh, let's get into the mini challenge. Please, can we get into the mini challenge?
Well, I wanted to talk. There were two things. One, I wanted to talk about how Brioche's mirror message said, "Be fabulous, generous, and soft like me."
Oh.
Tits.
The best buns in France.
The best buns in France. And then also, I only noticed this week, and I'm not sure if it was mentioned in a previous episode, but they added to the prize being the addition of a photo shoot and special issue feature in Elle France.
I wonder if that was like a last minute thing they got after adding.
I was going to say after the editor of Elle France was on the show. Perhaps. But yes, let's they walk into the workroom and they're playing Squid Games.
Specifically red light, green light.
They're playing. Okay, can I ask, did you not play red light, green light growing up?
I did.
I did.
I
just love how it's like, oh, now it's associated with Squid Game because that's our generation, guys.
Oh. I do have a lovely European anecdote to add to this.
Please, add your
We have a
European.
game in the UK, a playground game called Bulldog. The game of Bulldog is played by a line of people, and I would love to see this in a season of Squid Game. A line of people at one end of the field have to run to the other, and there's a person in the middle, and that person in the middle has to tackle someone who is running. And then if you get tackled, you have to join the people who are tackling. And this continues, and everyone keeps running back and forth until everyone is captured, or is there's like one person left. This game was so notorious for injuring children that it got banned across schools all across the UK. And what did my school do about it? We changed the name, and that worked for us.
Good. Sure.
Do you remember what you changed it to?
Chihuahua.
I hate this.
I hate this.
Anyway,
I live.
I live.
live.
We'll talk about All Stars on another day, but boy, All Stars has been fun. And so has France, because we go to the mini challenge, and there's a really hot pit crew member that comes in to search everyone, and I was like, oh, hi.
This dude really ended up going into Le Grande Dame's pants.
I was like, Le Grande Dame fully said. But can I just mention, I want Le Grande Dame's outfit.
I love that outfit.
They are serving some serious good workroom looks.
Look at the French people being good at fashion.
What?
I wish that was a stereotype of my nation. Instead, the stereotypes of my nations are that we are swearing alcoholics with no teeth. Fuck you. Fuck you, Logan.
Where's the lie?
You're American. Tread carefully.
Oh, I fully admit my country's fucked.
Okay, valid. Sam is the only person here whose country does not have like a horrific reputation.
Well, I disagree.
Comparatively to the US and UK. I'm not saying Canada's a good nation. I'm just saying it manages to keep its name out
best
of
of the three represented here in this podcast today, of everybody here.
Out of everybody.
Who would be the
I mean, if we're talking of English-speaking nations, I'm saying New Zealand,
Sure.
Canada, Australia, UK, and I'm going to touch the floor, and that's where America's going to be, because I can't put my hand
No, America's going under the floor.
No, why would you say that?
Thank you, Sam, for getting that reference. I really appreciate it. I didn't know if y'all would get it.
Of course I got that.
Of everybody here, who would be the three?
Now, why would you say that?
I love it. Anyway, reading challenge. Yay!
We made it.
One of the best reading challenges
Oh, it was so
in
good.
a minute.
It was
really
great.
good. There was only one person that flatlined, and I wasn't surprised that they flatlined.
Truly.
Now,
What were some of our favorite reads?
I'm gonna jump straight in.
Okay.
I don't know who said this. I think it was Grande Dame.
I wrote down most of them, so I should
And
have an
it
answer.
was directed towards Paloma, where she said, "I loved you for your starring role as the food critic in Ratatouille." Now, I tweeted that.
It was Bertha.
Oh, Bertha.
Bertha.
I tweeted that after the premiere
You
episode
sure did.
that Paloma looked like the food critic at Ratatouille. And I got called a cunt by several people for that. But you know what? If Bertha says it, then I'm right.
It was interesting because a lot of people seemingly went after either Elips or Paloma.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like,
When Kam is right there.
right.
Yeah, I would have assumed they would have read the hell out of Kam.
Yeah.
My personal favorite was Soa de Muse towards Big Bertha, where they were like, "Oh, I love you and respect you. I'm not gonna make fun of your weight. However,
Fix my sofa, bitch.
please fix my couch."
I cried. Who did I? Oh, my favorite read, hands down, was Elips to Bertha. First of all, calling her Lova la Diva, and then saying, I can tell that you have drag in your blood. Too bad there's bad circulation.
Shit! Oh my god!
Okay, I have to just say this as like a blanket statement. Elips, this episode really impressed me overall. In every single thing that she did, impressed the hell out of me. And we'll talk about it, but
Elips is just really funny. Really funny.
Very funny.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like after this episode, even in the workroom, Elips is really coming out of their shell a little bit and getting comfortable.
Which I was hoping for. I figured we would either get Elips getting more comfortable or Elips going home. And I didn't know which one it was going to be. And we'll talk about it. Kam has a joke for Paloma saying there's one more redhead in the workroom. And I was confused.
I'm sure it's just because, Paloma thing is wearing red hair, but
as a ginger, I was offended. So Kam Hugh, I'm offended by you.
Listen, Kam is a very stylish person who has great outfits. Comedy is not in Kam's wheelhouse at all.
nice gowns, beautiful gowns.
Beautiful gowns.
My personal winner, I'll be honest, was Grande Dame. Saying that Paloma's PCR test results said that she had colorectal cancer. Saying that, there's so much diversity. Soa and Kahina for POCs. Bertha for the bearded queens. Lolita for the Oompa Loompas. I died.
Yeah.
At first,
She
I was
was
like,
foul.
At first, I was like, Lolita's a person of color too. Oh, got it.
That read was so mean and foul in the funniest way.
Yeah. Elips being more fucked than a Big Bertha corset. And then I was waiting for someone to read Nikki. And she did.
And she did.
Say that a French woman would finally win Drag Race. And honestly, so Bertha wins. And while I do understand it,
I honestly would have given it to Grande Dame.
I would have given it to Grande Dame.
I would have given it to Grande Dame.
They were both really funny though.
Yeah.
I think with the exception of, in my opinion, Kam and
Lolita.
I didn't mind Lolita. I didn't like Soa's that much, apart from the one she had for Bertha.
I didn't mind. Soa went very specific. And I think had she instead compared Kam to Ahura, as opposed to Kam as Farrah, which is still like a decent comparison, I just think that made a little bit more sense. But she went a very specific direction, and I appreciate her for going a very specific direction. Lolita's, I really liked her read to Bertha, being like, all the chubby loud girls are gone. Take note, Bertha. I thought that was really good. Honestly, other than Kam, I thought everyone had at least a couple decent reads.
Yeah.
I did look into who Cookie Conti was after this challenge.
Yeah, because
Very impressive drag.
yeah, so Lolita said that Elips was taking the spot of Cookie Conti, who is apparently this fabulous Parisian drag artist that, if I remember correctly, was actually rumored to be on season 1. But they couldn't have everybody from Paris, so they put Elips in the mix as opposed to, I guess. I don't know.
But I have added Cookie to my list of people I would love to see on season 2 of France.
Yes.
That list so far is Cookie Conti, Arsenic, who is Cam's boyfriend,
Yes.
the mustache queen,
and
Ruby Starlight, and Kiona Revlon.
Period. Ruby Starlight is fabulous, by the way.
If you're not following Ruby Starlight, you're
not doing drag.
You're not.
You're not from Darlington. Oh, Cherry Valentine.
Darlington's got a big clock, and I love big clocks. What's great about that accent is I don't even have to try. I just have to up the tone of my voice a tiny bit.
Bring back Cherry Valentine.
No, honestly, because she deserves so much better than First Boo.
When we get Northumbrian independence, Cherry Valentine can host Drag Race Northumbria, and I can be her Pangina. Thank you. Even though it would make more sense.
More like the Santino rice.
I'm about to call you a word that starts with an A and ends with a G-O-T, and I'm not going to do that on the podcast. But if you compare me to that bald scarecrow made of Billy Bear ham again...
With an A?
No, F.
I heard A.
Right, you know what?
I heard A.
Okay, thank you, Sam. This is not an accent joke. My mic is probably just really bad.
I'm being gaslit.
Anyway, Maxi Challenge, Snatch Game. Do
you believe in the healing power of Snatch Game?
The nipples are the eyes of the face, and you have gorgeous nipples. I thought overall, I mean, so not much happens in the workroom in between. They're just talking about their character. Nikki's gaslighting some people into choosing a different character.
Oh, she learned that from RuPaul.
I know. I was like, maybe we don't. I'm just going to say it. Maybe we don't have Nikki Doll host Snatch Game.
No.
I didn't think. Well, so here's the thing. This is an improv challenge. Nikki Doll got eliminated on an improv challenge.
No,
you want Daphne Burke to get up there and host Snatch Game?
Yeah, Nikki Doll did 2 improv challenges. One where she was in the bottom 2.
And one where she got eliminated.
So... let me see if I can do that dance move. I got one less problem about you. Got one less problem about you. Got one less problem about you.
She really said, "I'm gonna be a pointer sister, but I'm not gonna point at you. I'm gonna point up."
Oh, and then I'll take off my
hair button
and reveal this pixie cut.
And then I'll be over here being
just buckles her knees and gets ready to go home.
What's her name?
Dahlia
Sen. Yeah, I'll be Dahlia Sen, lip syncing directly to camera.
I'm fucking over it.
Anyway, yeah, nothing much happens in the workroom other than, like, I think Elips was the one to change her character to her backup.
I think Paloma did no.
I didn't write it down.
No, I remember Nick. When Paloma did their walkthrough with Nikki, Nikki was like, "Oh, do you have any backup?" And then Paloma showed their backup. I forget who, but excuse me. But then Nikki's like, "Oh, I like that one better," kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then Paloma was like, "Shit, Nikki Doll wants me to do that."
I'm feeling a tad despair that no one chose to do Edith Piaf.
I think because people will recognize that Rita Baga had already done Edith Piaf. And I will say, honestly, I put Edith Piaf into my, like, upper echelon of like, don't do these characters again. They were already done perfectly. Including oh, go ahead, sorry.
I also would have loved to have seen someone do Marine Le Pen just to take the piss out of her.
Yeah.
And play her as the absolute see you next Tuesday she is.
Yeah.
But I don't know how the French public would have reacted to that, so
I would have loved to see someone kind of take the piss out of Marie Antoinette.
I wouldn't have. I would have just...
I don't know.
The Marie Antoinette trope has just been so... Like,
I mean, we've seen a lot of like Marie Antoinette drag, but we haven't seen like anyone do that.
Do it on Snatch Game. Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of...
we've seen what happened when someone did Mona Lisa and that one Spanish queen.
Ugacio.
Ugacio Cruente.
Well, and I was going to say, the closest we've gotten to Marie Antoinette in performance was the...
William Shakespeare. Lady Camden is William Shakespeare.
No, Detox did Marie Antoinette in the All-Stars 2 Divas.
Oh, that's right.
Did Neon Toinette. And so that's like the closest we've gotten. I don't know. It was a little difficult because I didn't know any of these people. I don't think either of y'all knew any of these people. I still really enjoyed the Snatch Game overall because a lot of these people made their character either had just such a blank slate of a character that we'll talk about Soa, or like I didn't care about who this person was because it was just funny.
Mm-hmm.
But with that said, shall we dive into the Snatch Game?
We shall.
And I pulled images for Snatch Game this week. Look at me having great time management this week. Actually, let's be 100% honest. That's the reason. We're going to go in order. So we're going to start with Soa de Muse as Monique Angeon as Felindra from Fort Boyard. Now, from what I understand, please correct me in the comments, as I know y'all always do, and I appreciate it. Fort Boyard is this like comedic show that was on air for like 17 years. And from the little bit of research that I was able to do, it sounds like Fort Boyard is kind of like the French version of EastEnders. I don't know that to be true. Someone give us more information, please, for the love of God.
I only know Fort Boyard as the game show.
Oh.
So yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, because the US did it mainly because the UK did it, but like I know the US did it very briefly, and it aired on Disney XD, hosted by Gino Segers, who was Mason in Pair of Kings.
Yeah.
I think it only lasted like 1 or 2 seasons. Like it didn't last that long, but I enjoyed it. But
sure,
I wouldn't know if that was as in like the game show Fort Boyard, or if this is a different Fort Boyard. So please, once again, please comment, correct us.
With that said, I loved this performance from Soa. I was like, thank the Lord above, Soa is finally doing well in a challenge again.
Mm-hmm.
And she talks with Nikki in the workroom about how she basically, like, this person is not very, very well known in French media. And so she was kind of able to just take from the show and create this brand new, like, persona. And I thought what she did was really, really good.
From the second she stood up, I was reeled in.
Did you guys finish the laundry?
Well, now we got to know, did you finish the laundry?
It was in the dryer.
Good, great. Thank you so much. No, I thought Soa did a really good job of like playing off with other characters, especially, we'll talk about Grande Dame, but did a really, really good job volleying, if you will, with Grande Dame. Yeah, I thought Soa did a great job.
Slay.
Okay, smile. Next up, La Grande Dame as Alexandra Rosenfeld, who was Miss France and Miss Europe 2006. I thought this was good. For me, this was the fourth best performance of the evening.
This really made me laugh.
Really?
Yeah, there's something about her being like, oh, I got held back in school, so now I'm in the same class as my kids. Just had me howling.
Yeah, I mean, there were moments that definitely did make me laugh a lot. But I feel like it the performance itself kind of like was a bit of a climb to kind of get there.
Yeah. I felt it was very one note. And like I understand that this isn't like a very complex person, but I don't know. I felt more from a couple of other people on this panel than I did her. I also had a really, really big issue with the fact that you could very visibly see the breastplate. Like that bothered me. You see it on the shoulder, you see it under the chin. Like that bothered me, and I do understand that like she had a very specific costume for this. But also, like, I don't want to see your breastplate off your shoulder.
I don't want to see any fucking H&M.
I don't want to see any goddamn H&M. I don't know. This just wasn't the best performance for me, personally.
I'm shocked. I really liked it.
I thought it was good, but I didn't see this as groundbreaking in any possible way. But I do understand why you thought it was funny, Eris.
Yeah, I personally enjoyed this performance too. It wasn't like my first pick though. It's not like my pick to be in the top. To me, this was like safe.
100% I agree.
We'll talk about it later, but yes.
Okay, work.
Let's move on to La Big Bertha as Jean-Pierre Coff, who is a very, very well-known food critic, TV presenter, radio presenter.
Girl, why does she look like Harry Hill? Sam gets a reference.
No, I do. Yeah.
Nope.
It does look like not the Harry Hills from Australian Survivor.
No, I was about to say
it's a different Harry Hills.
I was like, that's the one.
Yeah, no.
Harry Hill of Harry Hill's TV burp fame.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if you've ever seen what happens if you go speeding down the A19 on an icy day and a deer runs across the road. That's what's called a car crash, and that's what happened here.
Yeah.
I was so disappointed. I thought the Big Bertha was going to be so funny.
She's a comedy queen.
Oh no, the fuck she isn't.
Well,
you can call yourself a comedy queen till the cows come home, but
we see this sort of thing happen a lot with comedy queens on Drag Race,
especially bald ones. Like it happened. Wait,
yeah,
big ones too.
Lawrence Chaney isn't bald. She just has suspiciously shaped hair. Me and my sister spent all of season 2 trying to determine if Lawrence Chaney had a wig.
I think he did.
But the Big Bertha, no.
I thought the introduction was fine. I'm under Nikki Troll. I'm undercover looking for what was it, turkey something?
Battery farm turkey.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
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 Let's move along.
It does make me sad that we didn't get to see Gillian McKeith done by Cherry Valentine, because I believe she was one of Cherry Valentine's backup characters, or first character.
I think so.
If you're not familiar with Gillian McKeith, she's like a TV cook and a vegan who's a horrible person. She went on Celebrity Big Brother, and every time they tried to feed her like kangaroo balls or something, she would faint on live TV.
Oh, good.
She also snuck like turmeric in her panties and was feeding it to everyone at the camp, and they didn't find out until she had been eliminated.
Wait. No, I realize who you're talking about. Okay, yeah.
Oh God. Okay. Anyway, Celebrity Big Brother review podcast coming soon. Maybe. I'd be down to go and rewatch some.
Diva, she was on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
Yeah.
You said Big Brother.
Am I having a stroke?
Yes.
Okay, maybe that dip hit a little more than I thought.
Well, because I was like at the camp, I was like, bitch, was it I'm a Celebrity or was it Big Brother? Anyway,
I'm gonna watch this back and I'm gonna find out you're both gaslighting me. And this is
no, you said Celebrity Big Brother. I will send you the clip after this.
It took me 10 minutes to get into the pod this morning, everyone. And in that time, Sam and Logan plotted that they're not only going to gaslight me, but they're going to systematically break down my psyche like I was Jan Sport on a season of Drag Race.
I was going to say you're not as pretty as Jan, though. Anyway.
Oh, fuck off. I'm way hotter than Jan.
Lolita Banana as Rosie de Palma.
Whatever happened to Matilda?
Oh, no.
Oh,
she's best known for she was in a lot of Almodovar films,
which kind of ties into Drag Race España a little bit.
I was like, España? I know who Almodovar is.
I know these references.
Yes,
I studied them briefly.
Look at me being cultured
for just 1 second.
Quite literally.
I believe she was doing the same character that who was the annoying one? Oh yeah, Estrella did for the runway.
I think so.
Mm.
But I thought this was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I truly thought they were going to put Lolita in the bottom and send her home. I truly thought.
And it seemed like Lolita thought that as well.
Well, the whole setup of the episode, we'll talk about what happened in the workroom between Challenge and Runway, but like, I truly was like, oh god damn it, they're giving her screen time, they're giving her an emotional story arc, they're gonna send her home, and I'm gonna be mad. And then that didn't happen. We'll talk about it. But I thought Lolita was perfectly fine, playing up the fact that she didn't know anybody there as the character and as Lolita. Yeah, I thought this was perfectly whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Whatever happened to Monica Liu?
Don't do Monica Liu.
Don't do
like
Monica like that. Just because you're not an Aquarius, it doesn't mean you should treat her like that. Come on.
I'm not an Aquarius. Oh, anyway. Kam Hugh as Muriel Mathieu, who was a famous French singer. This was just nothing.
Yeah, it wasn't even like Bertha where she swung and missed. It was like
a lack of Snatch Game.
She just didn't even step up to the plate. She was actually just sat in the bleachers watching the game happen.
No, she was in her car outside of the stadium.
Waiting to pick her kid up from the game because she doesn't want to be seen.
Yeah.
No, it's no.
No, baby, no.
She looks like a kindergartner. Sorry.
I can't even critique it because it's just an absence of anything.
An absence of character.
She was just
what this was.
She didn't even give like funny answers. She just answered the questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a no from me, dog.
It's also gonna be a no from me. Yeah.
No.
Let's move on to Paloma as Fanny Ardant.
She is the mother I never had, the sister I never knew I needed. I don't know a better person. Paloma reminds me of every like kind of Paloma as this character. I don't actually know who Fanny Ardant is, but she reminds me of every like middle class woman I have ever bumped into in the smoking area of a drag bar.
Yes,
she just gave me those vibes. Like
She reminds me of every single one of my aunts and how they treated me after they found out I was gay. This was like, I love homosexuals. I love them.
I love the gays. You know, they invented everything. Nail polish, weaves, how to walk.
No, that was black.
I would do anything for the
For the-
gays.
Okay,
would
you
you-
missed that Nene
I-
Leaks reference.
No, I got the Nene Leaks reference. I got it, trust me. I would do anything for the gays. Bananas.
Bananas.
Babe.
Cynthia. Babe.
I have a new intern. He's called Brad number 2.
I feel like we have to, once Drag Race slows down eventually, winter of next year, I want to go back and do like a favorite Snatch Game, favorite like runway. I want to do like all of those like one-off videos because I think that'd be fun. Just because we reference so many people so many times. I think Paloma will end up in there. I thought this was so remarkable, and just her monologue where she stands up and she's just talking, and Bilal Hassani and the other woman were just
Bilal Hassani and the lead singer of what's Ready? There we go, Ready. The lead singer of Ready.
Oh no.
I wrote down her name. Her name is Berengère Krief. She is an actress and comedian. She seemed lovely for a white woman.
I loved Bilal as a guest.
Bilal for permanent judge. I'm saying it now, and we're going to talk about Bilal
having
again later.
So much fun.
I love Bilal Hassani. 2, I love Bilal Hassani. 3, I love Bilal Hassani. But no, Paloma just looks phenomenal.
You know what she looks? She looks bananas.
Bananas.
Lolita Bananas.
Lolita Banana. Let's talk about our last contestant, which is Elips as Chantal Ladessou, who is an actress and comedian. I'm going to go ahead and say this was my favorite.
She was one of my favorites as well.
She was my favorite as well.
She had this voice where she kind of talked like this. How do you do, sir? It was like just
the dream body. It gave me a little bit of, and this is going to be a very American reference. It gave me Miranda Sings.
Yes, like in the voice.
And like, I'm mad we haven't gotten Miranda Sings yet. There's a couple people who have had her as a backup. There are one is a backup, one is a main, and neither one of them were done, and I've been upset. It was, for reference, Ariel Versace was going to do Miranda Sings on season 11.
That would have been fun.
She did a whole video as Miranda Sings, and I think Ariel would have been in the top for Snatch Game, personally. And then River Medway brought Miranda Sings as a backup.
She should have done Miranda Sings.
She should have done anyone other than Amy Child, honey. But yeah, this was a really good performance from Elips.
Yeah, I will also say, like, this was my favorite. It's definitely between her and Soa de Muse that I like thoroughly enjoyed.
It was very much so. Like, my top 3 were Elips, Paloma, and Soa de Muse.
Yeah.
Easily. And then it wasn't the case, and I was confused. But that was a Snatch Game. Let's talk about this moment in the workroom with Miss Lolita Banana. Banana. Because they're getting ready, they're getting their makeup on, and she just has a full moment where she kind of like breaks down and she's like, I don't feel like I belong here. I don't feel like part of the group. I don't know if either of y'all have any insight being drag performers in like decently sized scenes, like having experienced those kind of feelings. I can't experience that, but I was curious if either of y'all had any insight.
I mean, it's different for me because the current York scene I've been with since inception. So there's literally not been a moment where I've been an outsider because as far as York drag goes, I'm not top of the what's that? I'm not the
Top of
head
the
hen in
pecking
the
order.
Yeah, there we go. The fucking head hen in the roost. Where did that come from? But I'm like my voice is very well respected within York drag, and would like to say, and I'm an important figure within York drag. Maybe not on the level of like the actual family shambles, but I've never had the moment to feel like an outsider. I mean, there was times when I was trying to get into the lead scene where I was just completely pushed out, but I was never even a part of the scene, so therefore I couldn't really feel anything towards it. I don't know. It's odd because like it might be because Lolita isn't a French-born person, unlike everybody else on this cast, with the exception of Soa, who I believe Soa has spent the majority of her life in France anyway.
Yeah.
So it's probably more so coming from being an immigrant and not being a born francophone, whereas everyone else is.
Yeah.
It's probably a lot of pressure for her to be on Drag Race France, be the first Mexican on Drag Race.
Yeah, and I think we also get this moment of like them talking about, oh, Lolita seems so focused on the game, like in competition mode, that they're not really kind of getting that vulnerable and humane side of Lolita.
Yeah. Yeah, and Lolita even says, or I think it was Bertha that was like, I got this vibe from you that you were very much so in the game and like very serious about it from the moment you walked in. And Lolita's like, I hate that you are seeing me this way.
Because I
Because
hate people like that.
Yeah. I felt for Lolita. Lolita's been one of my favorites the whole season.
Maybe the Lolita they see in the workroom isn't the Lolita we see in confessionals, because I feel quite endeared to Lolita. Like, I think she's very charming. And it's just a shame that, like, up until now, she's not been able to share who that person is with the rest of the workroom.
Mm-hmm. I think it could be one of the. Obviously, we don't know how Lolita is like once the cameras are not rolling.
Yeah.
I think we got like a bit of a hint of that too. When Swat was like, "Oh, camera on," and kind of how do you feel in a way?
Yeah. It gave very I mean, we've seen this kind of storyline a few times. We heard about it a little bit with Max on season 7 of Drag Race. We heard about it with Utica on season 13. So this isn't like a foreign concept. I think a lot of it has to do, like the perception at least, I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that we're getting her confessionals as well as her in the workroom, because I think her confessionals are really what's bringing a lot of the personality and comedy. And I don't know whether the other queens are necessarily seeing that, but yeah, I felt for Lolita. I really thought they were like, oh, we're gonna give her emotional moment and send her home. I really thought that's where we were headed.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about it. Shall we go to the runway?
We shall.
Yes, ma'am.
So I forgot to put the full judging panel shot in the slideshow, so I'm just going to do it as an overlay really quick because I want to focus on Bilal's dress.
Yeah, no, I knew you were gonna get. I knew that you were not gonna be able to find a shot where Bilal's dress fit in the photo.
This is the official promo image from the Drag Race France Instagram.
I love that Nikki is probably wearing one of the most beautiful dresses she'll ever wear in her career. And she has to compete with the fucking nightmare that is Bilal's dress.
I love Bilal's dress.
I love it, but it is massive. Like, it reminds me of when... Was it? It wasn't the Grammys, was it? It was the Grammys, wasn't it? Ariana Grande at the Grammys in the big silver poof dress.
Oh, yeah. That iconic dress.
Yes.
Also, Kitty and Daphne look really good, too.
Daphne in this black and yellow sweater dress, I love.
It's giving recolored Freddy Krueger.
Honestly.
Oh yeah.
Freddy Krueger meets Wiz Khalifa.
She's giving you know what she's giving? She's giving you the fiercest music teacher celebrating on the last day of term before Halloween.
Yep. I think that's a really good descriptor.
Yeah. And Kitty just
sleeves.
Bitch.
Sleeves. Yeah.
Bitch. I love them.
I loved it.
I love them. I do want to preface, so we're going to start with Elips's look. I do want to preface before I bring it up that there is some minor gore involved. So if you don't want to see that, click off for like a few minutes. Timestamps will be available in the description below. Just as a fair warning, because...
Yeah.
But let's start with Elips's look. The category is the night after... The morning after. Basically just morning after.
The morning after a night out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this.
I love this too.
It's not groundbreaking, but it's good, and I think it's an interesting storyline. I love the fit of the suit, and I love the dramatic shoulders. If I could sew, every outfit I would have shoulders like this. I don't know what it is. It just drives me mental. Like feral, but in a good way. And I love that she just like walked out. She didn't even do like a running strip. She just walked out with this fucking smashed disco ball on her head.
Right.
Yeah. And she screamed. So she said,
Ah.
And then
you know what she said?
Yeah. Yeah, I think what you said exactly, Eris. This is not groundbreaking in any possible way, but it's really well done.
And she probably sewed that.
Yes. And if this is the reason she wasn't in the top, then I'm just confused.
I'm angry.
I'm angry.
I'm pissed off. You know what I am? I'm fucking fuming.
I'm claustrophobic, Darren. That was a little Moira Rose as Gemma Collins.
It was Electroshock as Gemma Collins as Moira Rose. I have no idea what you are talking about, Michelle Visage.
Michelle Visage. I honestly, my cup's at 95% for Elips. I thought this was great.
Yeah.
Oh, you go ahead, Sam.
No, you can go ahead.
My cup is also at like a 95.
Yeah. No, I'm also at a 95.
I just want a little bit more polish, but it's pretty polished as is, so I'm not mad at it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move to the Big Bertha, who made this outfit the night before the runway. And for that alone, I'm impressed.
I like it. I thought it was good. I didn't even know she made it the night before the runway.
She says it on the runway when they're giving her critique. She said that she had a like secretary look planned, and it was really, really basic. And so all the girls helped her like piece this together the night before the runway. And obviously there are like a few finishing issues, like the lapel moment looks like when you get the close-up of it, it looks a little unfinished. There's a few like hem issues. You can tell that these are all like plastic bags.
Quick stitch.
Yeah, quick stitch. But with that said, I really love the way that she's styled it. And I think overall this is a really, really well done look.
Yeah, I thought she looked great. It's
Oh,
you go ahead, Sam.
No, I thought this was a really strong look, and I wasn't expecting this from Big Bertha either, because it's very like kind of almost edgy grunge. I don't want to say grunge, but
you can say grunge.
Almost, yeah, okay, I'll say grunge, almost gothy kind of thing. Like I really love this side of Big Bertha.
Yeah, I agree. I love the silhouette of it. I mean, now that I'm looking at it up close, I can see the issues with the details. But honestly, I think it's a good concept, and it's... If this was a sewing challenge, I would have probably put this towards the top. But because this is something she should have brought, I will probably peg it down a little bit lower. But I mean, I think my cup's at like a 75.
Mine is at like an 85.
I'm gonna go right in the middle and say 80. I think this is really well.
Ooh,
I
I'm the
love
bitch today.
I love what she did with her makeup as well. I wanna
Yes,
highlight the makeup because
absolutely.
it's very different. And I really, really like it. And I also do love the bald head with the beard as someone with a bald head and a beard. I just appreciate that representation on Drag Race, truly.
And I love the little like hairs that are on her head too.
I love the one braid. Just the one braid. I love it.
Slade.
Slay.
Actually, now that I'm looking at it, 1 second, I did a look that was similar, very similar actually, a couple of years ago for a drag competition. I had to make an angel look, and I made like a dress out of bin bags and made wings out of bin bags, and I had a ball cap and like a single patch of hair.
Work, Ladiva.
Work
over Ladiva.
Love it. Soa de Muse.
This is amazing.
Slide.
Slay what you wanna slay.
She looks literally because she has a bleeding nose.
Tish.
I love the detail in her makeup, and the detail with the bruising and the way that she's done her face is really, really impressive for me. I love that she's integrated the fabric into the braids in the hair, and then into the outfit itself and the lining. I love the mixing of these two, this pink green dominant fabric, then juxtaposed with the main part of the coat being this blue and gold situation. She looks great.
I don't even mind the hole in the tights either. I actually really like it for this aesthetic.
It goes with the story.
It goes with the story.
Yeah, I love the color story and I love the makeup. Something about having a fight on a night out is just very relatable. Yeah, I love the concept, love the outfit, love the hair. I really love the hair actually because I love the way that the hair ties into the fabric. Well, the fabric ties into the hair.
I'm gonna say, I'll say 95.
I'm also gonna say 95.
I'm gonna say 90.
This is one of my favorite looks from her so far, I would say.
Yeah.
I was thinking about all of her looks. I'm yes, this is one. Yes.
One of.
One of, definitely. Kam Hugh.
Looked great. Love the hair. Love this fit. And it's nice that she's not in something that's like a corset bustier. Or a boned corset bustier.
Yeah.
It's visibly disguised. I love this gown. I think this is a fabulous outfit. And I like that she did something different with her makeup.
Mm-hmm.
The hair.
A masterpiece.
Honestly, it's art.
I mean, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm just going to say that my cup's overflowing.
My cup is also overflowing.
I'm going to say mine is full. And the reason why I'm not going to go any higher than that...
is because you hate her.
No, because I think this is a very well done outfit. I agree. My favorite part of this actually is the makeup and the way that she's adapted the kind of negative space wing liner that she does very, very well. But then adding in these little details, the bag under the eye, I thought was really smart. The smeared lip, I thought was really, really smart. The only thing I'm going to say, and why my cup isn't overflowing, is because this is a concept we've seen done several times on Drag Race before. And so for me, this is nothing super inventive or out of the box, even though this is a very, very well done version of
I would honestly say this is the best that has been done particularly.
I think I would agree with you, but I still think it's not inventive in a way that Bertha's was inventive, or Soa's was inventive, or even Elips I thought was a little bit more of an inventive concept than what Kam did, despite Kam having probably the best put together look that we've seen thus far.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, my cup's full. Kam looked great. Kam always looked great. And I appreciate that there wasn't a boned corset. Until the lip sync. We'll talk about it.
She belongs in jail for this. Prison. Who? I want to know who
After a
thinks
night
to
of
themselves,
hooking. And
jail
there,
is not
that's
enough.
it.
I need her to be lodged into space. Who lays in bed at night and decides to themselves, hey, for that runway I've got to do on national TV, I'm gonna dress up like a used condom and drop something out of my mouth that resembles cum. It is
and then
very well done and very sleek, albeit foul and disgusting.
What really sends me over the top is the sperm nails.
I didn't even notice the sperm nails.
I love her, but I need her to go to prison for this outfit. That being said, it's incredibly well done and very chic in a way that's still foul and disgusting.
I hate this.
You're very valid.
The concept, my cup is overflowing. The execution, this is an ill-fitted latex dress. And I understand that that's the point. And I get it. And I understand. If you're going to go with something this campy, I need it to be over the top. And that's not what this was. At the end of the day, this is a baby pink latex dress that barely fits you.
I don't think it's baby pink. I just think it's see-through.
Whatever color it is.
Oh,
It doesn't
okay.
really matter to me. I wasn't thrilled by this.
My cup's at 80.
Mine is at 75.
60. Because I don't even really necessarily like what she's done with her makeup here either. It's like I
personally
ahead.
didn't
I-
mind it because at a couple angles, especially when you see her smile, it kind of reminded me of like Carmen Carrera. And I say that because I love Carmen Carrera's mug and her face. Especially like when she smiles, you kind of get that Carmen Carrera smile as well.
Yeah, no, this just wasn't. I like La Grande Dame. It's just not very few things she's done on the runway have been like groundbreaking for me.
That's
It's
fair.
just not it for me. Paloma.
Okay. Love the outfit. I'm confused what it has to do with the morning after.
Well, so the idea that she said in her confessional was that this is made of all of the newspapers that are talking about all of her scandalous behaviors from the night before.
Yeah.
For me, it seems like she probably already had this and made it fit for the category.
Yeah, which I don't blame her for, because Drag Race
No.
is expensive.
I don't blame her at all. This is a well-constructed look.
It's a lovely
But-
outfit.
I forget if there was something under it.
It was like a dress in the same fabric.
The
It was
hair
lined, but it was a dress in the same fabric, I
The
think.
hair is giving me a little Robbie Turner as Diana Vreeland.
My roommate said Jackie Cox.
I also got Jackie.
And Jackie Cox. Can't put me in a
In the
box.
box. I love Jackie Cox.
You give my left, I'll give you. Can't be working on my American German. Yeah.
Yeah, this is fine, but again, not super inventive. I'm gonna say 75.
I'm going to be nice, and I'm going to say 82.5 potential.
Fuck you.
I'm gonna say 70.
Valid.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to know what happened the night before, so like.
Bitch. Lolita Banana.
Lolita Banana.
She did a balloon reveal. She took off a dress and it was on the balloons. I'm sorry?
Morgan McMicrophone will be suing you for.
And then she had the cheek, nerve, gall, audacity, and gumption to have champagne in her wig. My cup
I know
is
you wanna work.
overflowing. My cup is overflowing. This bitch sold it.
Yeah, it gave me a little bit Marge Simpsons on that episode where she becomes a drag queen. You know, the one that has Roger in it.
Roger,
Yes,
Roger.
Roger.
come on, Roger.
Yeah. It was fierce. My cup's at like. Sam, you go ahead first. I'm still thinking.
Okay, I really enjoyed this whole moment. The balloons on the runway, as well as the reveal. I feel like it was. I love how campy this is, and I'm glad we get to see this side of Lolita. Yeah, no, the champagne in the hair sent me, and it gave me like Silky making a drink during a lip sync,
Yes.
which I realized was inspired by Monique, I believe, during a comedy.
Oh, Monique, yeah.
Yeah, as in the comedian Monique, not Mohart.
Yes.
But no, I loved it. I think there could be. I don't know why I feel like it could have been like a gown instead of like, this a bit of like a instead of this like kind of easy access dress almost.
Sure.
But I love this look. My cup's gonna be at like a solid 80%.
My cup's gonna be. I think 8 is too low. 91.25%.
You cheeky bitch.
You
Yeah, because it's like
bugger.
90. It's like 9% and an 8th, right?
Sure, honey.
Sure.
I didn't go to school for fucking math.
Well, that's the runway. Who are our favorites?
My favorite this week definitely has to be Kam Hugh.
From runway alone, it's definitely between Soa and Kam.
For me, it's Lolita. It's Lolita.
She's
It's
Kam.
Yeah, so we
See, I
get.
put P on there.
I saw what you did there. So we get the critiques. We find out that Elips is safe.
Boo. Honestly, I feel like they're probably setting Elips up to go home soon.
100%. Elips was
100%.
not in the top this week because she's going home soon. I'm just gonna say that.
I love her, but I don't think they're giving her the attention they would give someone that they're going to put in the top 4, and I could see Elips spiraling out quite quickly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Probably within the next 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Oh, well, definitely between the next 2 episodes, because after that's the finale.
I feel like we have a very definitive top 4, and it's just who's going to go home 5th and who's going to go home 6th, which I'll talk about in a second. But
Right.
we got the top 3 being Paloma, Soa de Muse, and Grande Dame, and the bottom 3 being Kam, Big Bertha, and Lolita Banana. And we find out that the winner of Snatch Game is Grande Dame.
I agree.
Do you really? It's
She
fair
made me
if
laugh a
you
lot.
do.
She made me laugh the most, probably. But I don't know, because I feel like Elips should have been in the top, but now I don't know who to switch out with her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, because I've, like... They could have done with keeping Elips up there and like treating Elips as if she was high placed high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like she did better than Soa, but I don't think she did better than Paloma. But I wouldn't agree with Soa being safe. Because I still felt like Soa was really funny.
Yeah.
But
I personally feel like overall with runway and Snatch Game performance, I would have picked Soa to win again.
okay.
I think my top 4 definitely was the top 3 in Elips. And I think Elips, for me, was a little bit better than the Grande Dame was. I think for me, given runway and performance, I think my winner would have been Paloma, actually.
Yeah, I can see that, and I could agree to that.
But I would have honestly, and I'm not saying that La Grande Dame wasn't good, because I think objectively, like, she gave a lot of really good jokes. I just didn't get a whole lot from the character, but I might have to go. I've watched it twice. I might have to go back and watch it again.
So, just to double check, no one's won 2 challenges yet, have they?
No one.
Because it's been Soa,
Paloma.
Yeah, Soa, Paloma, Kam.
And La Grande Dame. I truly thought after this week, Soa's track record was going to be win, bottom 2, win. I honestly thought that's where we were.
I honestly thought that's what was going to happen too. And I would have been happy as well. So
I would have, obviously. Yeah, I think I would have had Paloma get her second win here for me. But I'm not a judge on Drag Race France. However, we get a bottom 2 of Kam and Bertha. I was truly shocked they put Kam in the bottom. I thought not because I thought she deserved to be there, but I thought they probably because she had a win, they were going to. I thought this was a full setup. We're going to have Bertha and Lolita in the bottom, and Lolita was going to go home when I didn't think she should have. I actually agree with the bottom 2 for once.
I personally agree with the bottom 2 as well.
I do too.
And this lip sync. So they allegedly lip sync to DJ by Dion's. However, for the first time in Drag Race history, they didn't get the rights to the song because the song was blocked
in our territories, as
it says. All of our territories.
So the only place where it probably aired as is was in France.
France, probably.
And I'm not even sure.
You know what I have to say to that? That's what you fucking get for not picking a Bilal Hassani song.
Yeah.
I truly thought it was going to be Roi. I was like, you have Bilal Hassani, who did half decent at Eurovision 2019. Deserved better.
Deserved way better. And you're not going to lip sync to Roi? I'm sorry. I'm also thinking maybe we won't get Eurovision songs because Eurovision has everything licensed so heavily.
I mean,
we had Fuego. I was gonna say, but we had Fuego, so I'm not.
We had Toy as well, so.
And we had Toy, so. Not
maybe
sure.
Things are different in France.
I don't know. Regardless, I can't really judge much about this lip sync because the music was not there. It seemed like it was a lovely time, gal.
Yeah, Bertha was having fun.
Bertha seemed to be bringing the energy.
Kam was on stage for 75% of the performance.
Yeah. Kam walked off the stage.
Honestly, it would have shocked me
and walked back on and made it and was like, "Oh, reveal."
Honestly, I don't think it would have shocked me if it was planned for the Big Bertha to go this episode. And because Kam spent so much time off stage that they realized they couldn't really, in good faith, edit Kam into winning the lip sync.
Yeah.
Which we've seen happen before. A la Ariel Versace.
I was going to say Sugar Cane.
Which, thank God we got, because a season 11 would not be the same without Miss Sugar Cane. I
Oh
was
yes,
giving
honey.
you come, honey.
I was giving you come, honey.
Honey. I would love to see Checker King come back, please.
That was actually just Grande Dame's runway this week. I was
giving you used cum, honey. Anyway, I can't really judge this lip sync because the music wasn't there, but Bertha won, and I'm genuinely shocked we lost Kam Hugh.
I thought they were setting Kam up to be in the top 4.
I truly thought Kam was going to be in the top 4.
I thought they were both actually going to be in the top 4. That's just me being delusional, though. So
I think they would have both been in the top 5, but I'm not sure. Because I truly thought the top 5 we were going to get was Le Grande Dame, Paloma, Kam, Bertha, and Soa de Muse. And then from there, it's kind of a crapshoot. Truly, I thought they were protecting Kam. And I'm kind of not happy. Because, I mean, I'll be honest, I haven't been the biggest Kam Hugh fan this season. But I am kind of upset for her that, like, the one lip sync she's in isn't really going to be memorable whatsoever because the music wasn't there. And
it's actually going to be infamous for that instead of what her performance was.
Yeah. Which I thought, from what I can tell, the performance was good.
The judges liked it.
Bertha just, I guess, gave more energy. I don't know.
Bertha was there more on the stage than Kam.
Bertha was on stage 100% of the time.
Yes. And I thought even then Bertha was giving more energy than
I could tell Bertha was giving. Have y'all listened to the song itself?
No.
It's a really good song, actually. I played it for me and my roommate just because we were curious. It sounds like the Pussycat Dolls for like the best possible. Like, it's very Pussycat Dolls. It's very cunty song. So I would have loved to hear it.
Yeah.
But goodbye, Kam.
Shocking.
Truly, for me at least. And
this episode aired on her birthday.
That's upsetting.
Ouch.
I know.
Hey, did you know Robbie Turner lied about it being her birthday when she was on Drag Race?
I did know that, actually. Just because she's a big fan of Debbie Harry. What's next week? I don't remember.
Girl
groups.
Oh! I'm very
Singular.
excited. I'm mad that we didn't have Bilal Hassani for the girl group.
Well,
I thought that would have been a fierce diva moment, divaing, the Hunties are divaing.
I feel like this could be a moment for Lolita, because I feel like this is a great challenge for Lolita.
I think this could be a moment for Lolita. I think this could be a moment for Bertha.
I feel like this is going to be the week we possibly lose Elips.
I agree.
Just from the preview alone. And they like to fake us out with the previews, because like there were times during Drag Race UK Season 1 where they made it look like Bagger was completely fucked. And then...
Well, I mean, she should have gone home 5th, but whatever.
No, she should have gone home when she made that ugly copper dress.
And then should have gone home again when she wore that fucking duck. Upside down umbrella bullshit. Anyway. So I'm kind of under the impression, and I don't know this to be sure, I actually don't know any spoilers for this season. I'm under the impression that the top 4 we're going to get now is Paloma, the Great Lady, Bertha, and Soa.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, is Lolita or Elips going to be 5th? Is kind of where I'm at.
But who knows? I mean, we just watched Kam go home. Anything could happen.
I feel like anything could happen at this point.
Which is nice. It's nice for Drag Race to feel like a competition again. Yeah, and not like written out like a story like, okay, this week you're going, UK Season 2.
UK Season 3.
Ginny Lemon, Queen of all whistleblowers.
UK Season 1. UK in general. But that's Drag Race France.
Buttons, babe.
We are halfway through the season.
Gasp.
This is the official halfway moment.
Gag.
We only have 4 more episodes.
It feels like we just got started.
I know. I'm really enjoying it.
I am enjoying it.
And so far we've lost
We've lost La Cayena.
Lady Carpet,
We've lost
Lova La Raw Chicken, La Baguette, and
The buns. And une de trois cam.
Twak.
And number 4.
She went home fourth! She went home fourth!
And Twak.
With that,
Nikki wasn't actually just making a pun. She was just trying to let her know why.
She was saying that's when you're going home.
Nikki was the
Dang.
Amanda Brugel of this Handmaid's Tale, trying to let Kam Hugh know she was going home fourth.
She was pointing down the runway at everyone. And Twak.
Yeah. With that, subscribe, like, and share. We're getting out of here. Bye.
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 Speaking of numbers, 7, 7, Alelu, 7,
7,
7, 1, 2, 7, 7, Alelu, 1, 2, 3.